Today, we're diving into something pretty amazing, yoga mudras. We're going to decode the power that's literally right there in your hands.
So let's just jump right in with a question that, well, it might sound a little out there. Could a simple hand gesture, something you can do sitting right where you are, actually reduce your anxiety? It seems almost too simple, right? Well, we're going to see what both ancient wisdom and modern science have to say about it.
All right, so to really get this, we've got to take a step back. Because before we can understand these hand gestures, these mudras, we have to get that yoga is, well, it's way more than just the stretchy poses you see in a gym. It's a whole system for living.
I love this quote from Swami Satyananda Saraswati. He says yoga isn't some ancient myth buried away. It's the most valuable inheritance of the present. Think about that. It's a living, breathing thing. And maybe, just maybe, it's more important now than ever.
So what is it, really? The word yoga itself comes from the Sanskrit word yuj, which literally means to join. And that's the whole point, right? It's about bringing everything together, balancing and harmonizing your body, your mind, and your emotions so they all work as one seamless, integrated unit. And for this explainer, we're drawing from a really foundational text. It's called Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandha. It's basically the manual that pulls together thousands of years of yogic practice. This is where we find the roots of everything we're about to get into. Okay, so we've got the big picture. Now let's zoom in. We're going from the vast world of yoga down to one very specific and honestly super powerful piece of it, the science of gesture. We're talking about mudras. You see, a mudra isn't just, holding your hands in a certain way. The ancient texts describe it as a gesture that's psychic, emotional, even devotional. The idea is that it creates a specific kind of energetic circuit in your body, almost like flipping a switch to link your own personal energy with a larger universal flow. So, how is this supposed to work? Really? Well, according to yogic science, these mudras are basically attitudes of energy flow. They're designed to direct our vital life force, which is called prana. You can think of prana as your body's subtle bioenergy. The mudras guide this energy through specific channels, called nadis, to stimulate our core psychic centers and create this really subtle but direct link with the brain. Okay, to make this real, let's focus on just one. A really common one you've probably seen a million times, Jnana Mudra. It's often called the psychic gesture of knowledge. Yep, that's the one, where you touch the tip of your thumb and index finger together. All right, so we've got this ancient claim, right, that this simple gesture can direct energy and calm your mind. But does that actually hold up? What happens when we take this ancient wisdom and put it under a modern scientific microscope? And that really is the big question, isn't it? Can you actually measure the effect of something like Jnana Mudra in a lab? Well, guess what? A group of researchers decided to find out. So here's how they did it. They set up a clinical trial with 50 young adults. And the only thing they had them do was practice this one hand gesture for just 15 minutes a day for 4 weeks. That's it. To measure the effects, they used a standardized anxiety test, both before and after. And the results? Honestly, they were pretty remarkable. The study found a statistically significant reduction in anxiety levels for everyone. Let me just put that plainly. It worked. Okay, let's look at the actual numbers. For the guys in the study, their average anxiety score dropped from over 21 down to about 16. That is a huge drop, especially when you remember this is from just 15 minutes a day of holding your fingers together. And it wasn't just the men. We see the exact same pattern with the female students. Their scores dropped from almost 21 all the way down to 15.6. So the effect was super consistent, super clear across the board. So if you want to boil it all down to one single, powerful number, here it is. This simple gesture led to an average reduction in measured anxiety of around 25%. A 25% drop. That is an incredibly powerful result for something so subtle. Okay, so we've got some pretty solid scientific proof for how one gesture can affect anxiety. But here's the thing. The system of mudras is huge with all these different techniques for different things. So let's check out another one. This time, a gesture for the heart, one that's designed to help with emotional balance. And this is what I love. It really shows you the depth of this whole practice. Jnana Mudra, the one we just looked at, that's for knowledge and calm. But then you've got others, like Hriya Mudra, which literally translates to the heart gesture. You can actually try this one right now. Go ahead, just sit comfortably.
Now, take the tip of your index finger and place it at the root of your thumb. Then, join the tips of your middle and ring fingers to the tip of your thumb, and just let your little finger point straight out. See? It's a simple, physical thing you can do absolutely anywhere. So what's this one for? Well, according to the yogic texts, the benefits are all focused on our emotional center. The idea is that this specific gesture directs that vital energy, that prana, right to the heart. And in doing so, it's supposed to help release pent-up emotions, that baggage and stress we all carry around, and just generally improve the vitality of the heart, both physically and energetically.
So, what we're really looking at here is this amazing bridge being built between two completely different worlds of knowledge. On one side, you have ancient wisdom, and on the other, you have modern, hard data, empirical proof.
And this is where it all clicks together so beautifully. Okay, so the ancient texts say mudras direct the flow of prana to bring you back into balance. Now check this out. Modern science says anxiety often comes from an overactive sympathetic nervous system. That's your fight or flight response being stuck in the on position. And what did the study show? That the mudra practice calmed that exact system. It's just two different languages describing the exact same result, getting back to a state of balance.
And what's really incredible is that the scientific paper itself basically says this. The researchers wrote, and I'm quoting here, "The science of mudra is an ancient science which relates to the energy flows in mind and body." I mean, they're openly recognizing that the ancient framework is exactly what they're now starting to measure and prove. So this all leaves us with one final big thought. We started off asking if a simple hand gesture could really reduce anxiety, and it turns out the evidence says, yeah, it can. So my question to you is this. If something so simple, so accessible, holds this much power, what else is out there? What other ancient wisdom is just sitting there waiting for us to rediscover it and put it to the test?